Welcome all of you in today's video lecture. In today's video lecture, we are going to learn the further part of colloidal dispersion. So in today's lecture, we are going to learn the electrical properties of colloidal dispersion. As we know that electrophoresis is the first electrical property of colloidal dispersion. So what is the electrophoresis? The movement of colloidal particles through a liquid under the influence of electric field is called as electrophoresis. On applying electric field across the colloidal solution, the colloidal particles migrate to oppositely charged electrode. The phenomena is known as electrophoresis. The rate of migration of particles is observed by the means of ultra microscope. The rate of movement of single colloidal particle is directly related to zeta potential. The sign and magnitude of zeta potential is a colloidal system is expressed by the following equations. Okay, so we are going to learn that equation which are essential to understand what is the electrophoresis and the pattern of migration of colloidal particles. So let's get started. After that we are going to learn the last part of our this unit. This is the electrical double layer. So electrical double layer, in this theory, at the first layer charge is imparted to the particles by situating ions which are adsorbed preferentially at the immovable points, and the second layer consists of the diffusible mobile ions. The charge present on both and the layers are equal. These two layers arrangement develops the zeta potential. Okay, that means as I learned that what is the zeta potential? Zeta potential means the charges present on, in other word we can say that potential difference between tightly bonded layer and electrical neutral region. Let's get started. So what is the electrophoresis? Electrophoresis is the movement of colloidal particles through a liquid under the influence of electric current. Okay, so movement of colloidal particles in a liquid under the influence of current, electric current, or electric field is called as electrophoresis. Okay. On applying the electric field across the colloidal solution, applying the electric field across the colloidal solution, so colloidal particles migrate to oppositely charged electrodes. Okay, so in that figure we can learn that how the dispersed particle get transferred from through this dispersion towards the anode and cathode. Okay, so negatively charged colloidal particles attracts towards the anode, okay, under the influence of current in that colloidal dispersion, okay, and positively charged colloidal particles attracts towards the cathode, okay, under the influence of electrical current. So this is the electrophoresis, okay. So this phenomena is known as electrophoresis. So how we can determine the electrophoresis? So we need to determine the electrophoresis under ultra microscopy. Okay, we use ultra microscope. Okay, to determine the migration of colloidal particles. Okay, the rate of movement of single colloidal particles is directly related to the zeta potential. So what is the zeta potential? The rate of migration of movement. Okay, the rate of movement of dispersed particle is directly related to the zeta potential. Okay, so what is the zeta potential? Zeta potential is potential difference between tightly bonded layer to electroneutral region. Okay, so we are going to learn that in the electrical double layer. Okay, after that, this electrophoresis is studied with the help of an equation. Okay, so what is that equation? V by E into 4 pi eta divided by, okay, so this equation we use to determine the electrophoresis. Okay, so stop the, okay, so just take the screenshot. Okay, so what is the electrical double layer? In electrical double layer is associated due to the charges present on colloidal particles. Okay, colloidal particles present in any colloidal system. So the possibility of that colloidal charges present on the colloidal particles is because of three possibilities. Okay, so first possibility is adsorption of ions. Okay, so if our liquid have present some ions, then what happen? They get adsorbed at the surface of colloidal particles. Okay, so in first condition the charges is because of the adsorption of ions on the colloidal particles. Okay, so the second possibility is because of ionization of functional group. Okay, so if there is ionization of functional group in our system is associated, then what happen? That functional group get attached with the colloidal particles. Okay, so this is the second possibility of gaining any charge by the colloidal particles or suspended particles. So the third possibility is differential in dielectric current. Okay, so there is, what is the difference between the dielectric current between suspended particle and continuous phase? So this is the third possibility of gaining charge on the colloidal particle. Okay, so this is the electrical double layer. This all is a electrical double layer. Okay, in that the particle is attached with a particular ions. Okay, so it get absorbed by ions. Okay, so plus ions get absorbed at the surface of that particle. After that, what happened? The minus okay, so that suspended particles in any colloidal dispersion get at the ions get absorbed at the surface of that dispersed particle. Okay, so then the next layer is absorbed with the oppositely charged ions. Okay, so first layer is positively charged. Okay, so the next layer is negatively charged. Then the third layer may be the positively charged. Okay, but the intensity of positively charged ion in the third layer is, or the proportion of ions in the third layer is relatively less. Why? Because in the first layer there is a positively charged ion. Okay, so the same charged ion get opposed with when they comes close with each other. Okay, therefore because of the positively charged ion, so the positively charged ion oppose the positively charged. Okay, so that from first layer to third layer there is a that what we call that complete layer is called as tightly bonded layer. Why? Because it replaces the actual surface of suspended particle. Okay, if we move that suspension or if we move that colloidal system, the first layer till the third layer cannot move. Okay, it moves with the suspended particle. Okay, therefore it is called as tightly bonded layer. Okay, so it changes the actual surface of that particle. Okay, for example, if we in the condition of tablet manufacturing, okay, what happen if we coat that tablet with a particular coating material? That coating material replaces the actual surface of that particle. On the same way, that tightly bonded layer replaces the actual surface of that suspended particle. Okay, then the next layer is shear layer. Okay, so in that layer what happen? It is a loosely bonded layer. Okay, so when we move our system, that shear layer get dislocated. Okay, therefore this layer is called as shear layer. Okay, after that third layer is or second layer is electrical neutral region. Okay, in that the charges are equally distributed. Okay, so we can see that positive charge, after that positive charge there is a negative charge. Okay, so on that base we can say that there is a equally distributed, okay, charges are equally distributed in that layer, therefore it is a electrical neutral region. Okay, we can say that this is a electrical neutral region. So that all system is called as electrical double layer. Okay, and what is the zeta potential? Zeta potential is the potential difference between tightly bonded layer to the electrical neutral. At the end of today's video, if you like today's video, please hit the like button, and if you are new on my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thanks.